This is a video I'm doing to show what kind of roads the roads look like today on December the 29th, 2015. Here in Michigan, I'm heading up the old highway towards Whitehall from Muskegon. And it is 7 o'clock p.m. Well, between 6 and 7 o'clock p.m. And I think that the point I'm trying to make is that it gets awfully dark at this time of year, and this is not the area that Bobbie Maples was last seen, but it is very close to the area of where her last cell phone ping was. And at this time last year there was a lot more snow than this, and it was also a lot colder than it is right now. And when I went to investigate the area of which she disappeared, because I'm a hunter and a fisher mom, I noticed that, and I'm not saying she disappeared from there, I'm saying that her cell phone stopped working there. Okay, so I noticed that in that particular area there were a lot of snowmobile trails, and I never received an answer from family when I asked if she's ever been on a snowmobile before, because I found it very odd that the area was filled full of snowmobile trails, and it makes me want to go out on the snowmobile trails and look in the woods, but I actually can't because I have to get permission from those property owners to look through their woods, whether or not it's posted, because it's private property. And so I can't just, I mean, you can walk on private property sometimes for like a very small amount of time if your intentions are to contact the owner, but you can't just go walking through someone's woods, especially out in the country where everybody owns guns, and expect them to be okay with that. Now, if they were living by something like a lake, which you have the legal right to go fishing at, and you walked accidentally onto their property and they asked you to leave, then that would be fine. But the law is really quite clear about contacting the owners and asking for permission, whether or not there's trespassing signs. And no trespassing signs simply protect the property owners, but you still can't trespass whether or not there's signs on private property unless your intentions are to contact the owners. Now, we are almost up into Whitehall here, very close to the area. I would say within 6 miles of the area where her last cell phone ping was. And the other thing is that the POI, Robert Charles Smith, owns a house between right off of Giles Road, which is not necessarily in Whitehall, but it is actually within 10 miles of Whitehall, very close. I mean, you could drive from his house to the place that her last cell phone ping was within 10 to 15 minutes, depending on your speed and the route that you took. So the idea that we are letting this guy go now, as of this week, he's already in trouble again. He has some criminal sexual conduct charges, first degree, in the courts. That's what I went to court for yesterday, I believe. And the judge is, oh well, it's not that serious because the witness is in the jail and nobody brought her up, so we'll just let this guy hang out in Muskegon for an extra 2 weeks. You know, even though you may have raped someone, and we don't know if he may have done something to Bobbie, even though she's missing. And we've got the wife, who he's sitting right next to, kissing in court. And I'm thinking, how does a woman stay with a man when there's one female he's had contact with that's missing, and another female that's claiming that he raped her? We're not talking about second degree or third degree or fourth degree criminal sexual conduct charges. We're talking about first degree, which means he raped her, according to her testimony. So, if I were his wife, I definitely wouldn't be hanging out with him or kissing him in a courtroom. Something is wrong. If there's two women that he's had contact with, one is missing, and one says that he violently raped her. Very, very sad. Very sad. Here we are now into the Whitehall area, and as you can see, that's only about 6 minutes. God bless you, Muriel Maples. I will continue to search for your daughter.